Show number 50. About to start. Good afternoon. Good afternoon and welcome to Outside the Roundtable. And I'm your host, H.L. Seiler. And like we do every week before every show, I like to take a moment of silence with over 500,000 people we done lost to this pandemic needlessly. So can you join me in a moment of silence, please? Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And I also would be remiss if I didn't recognize, listen to me, if I didn't recognize the real heroes and sheroes of this pandemic, and that's being our first responders. So I appreciation goes out to our first responders because you guys were the real heroes and sheroes among all those zeros. So we really appreciate you guys. So listen, having said that, is everybody ready? I said, is everybody ready today? Because guess what? Y'all already know HL finna go in today. Y'all already know I'm finna go in today. So is everybody ready? The new number here, 386-868-0635. Again, that's 386-868-0635. Should never get a business signal. So you get that urge to call in. Call in, we can get 20 people on the line one time. We have just one big party. Cause let me tell you something. Let's get to it. Let me tell you something. Is it me or has the Republican Party in Georgia lost their mind? It's 2021. Is it me? Since sometimes I don't know if it's just me. Am I the only one thinking like this? Because I don't be seeing no pushback. And I be thinking, maybe it's just me. Because is it me or do the Democrats sit like they ain't doing nothing while the Republicans openly disrespecting the black community in this country? Are you kidding me? Y'all, I'm hot today. And guess what? It's gonna go down. Because enough is enough. Enough is enough. We have been constantly disrespected over these last 5 years. With Trump being in the White House. Openly I don't know why I'm whispering. Because he openly ran in our face. They disrespected us right in our face. And I don't want none of my white friends come tell me about no hate. I'm spilling hate on the radio today. I ain't trying to hear it. Just listen. Did somebody call in today and expressing me how they feel right now about these voting laws and that Georgia don't implement it? I mean, it's a slap in the African American face to tell me if I go stand in line 4 hours, somebody can't give me a soda and a pizza. First of all, I ain't got no business standing in line 4 hours. So guess what, Republicans? If I had to stand in line 4 hours, I wouldn't need no water. I wouldn't need no pizza. So y'all talking about y'all trying to help people be able to vote. If you want to help people be able to vote, make it quicker. Vote process should be for 15 minutes. It should be no more than 15 minutes. It should be a whole bunch of places that you can go and vote during the election. So how you tell me? I don't know if you think we sheep. I don't know if you think we ain't got good sense, or y'all ain't got good sense. But y'all must be thinking we crazy if y'all think we finna sit here and let y'all implement these draconian draconian laws, and we go forward. It's 2021. And it's time for people to be waking up to what's going on in this country. Because it's nothing in this world that makes me more angrier than the people who got it all. Listen to me. There's nothing in this country makes me more angrier. The people who got it all the laws skewed toward them. And they steady complaining. Well, we the one need to be complaining and whining. Huh? Nothing makes me more madder than to have rich people telling poor people what they need. That makes me mad. I feel it's time to organize. Listen to me, everybody, please. I feel it's time to organize and spend our money with companies that respect democracy. Plain and simple. Ladies and gentlemen, I keep telling anybody who listens, it's not about Republicans and Democrats. It's not. It's about democracy. It's about democracy in this country. And if you are a law-abiding Christian person, you should want the elections to be fair. Why wouldn't you? Because that's what it's all about. It's bad enough that the sleeping African American communities in this country are constantly being disrespected and not saying nothing because we're not paying attention. We too busy out there in Miami running around like somebody crazy, like they ain't had no home training right in the midst of a pandemic. Oh, by the way, we got Florida surgeon too. I told y'all, and let me tell y'all something. That was not a good look for them black kids in South Beach be acting like that when all that we going through right now. Huh? With all we going through right now. Y'all supposed to have more respect for yourself and more respect for this virus. I just acting like fools. I don't care about you getting mad at me. Y'all was in Miami acting like fools. Y'all should know better. Talking about, listen, the only way we're going to move forward is pay attention to a segment of people telling the African American community that our vote isn't wanted. That's what we need to be paying attention to. Out of all the people in this country, y'all want to disrespect our vote? Huh? Y'all want to disrespect our vote? The people who don't build this country from the ground up. That's us. European Americans, y'all immigrants too. And until we can change this propaganda that's been instilled in us ever since we could crawl, we're going to have these same problems. We're going to have the same problem. You know, when another segment of people openly disrespect and disenfranchise another group of people, I got a problem with that. So you can see them on the radio hollering hate. How? I'm looking at you sideways. I'm looking at y'all sideways. Anybody who's telling me that, I'm looking at y'all sideways. Because here it is, the African American community being attacked, and you got a nerve to sit and tell me I'm spreading hate. I ain't going for that. That's why knowledge is so important, ladies and gentlemen. That's why knowledge is so important. Because, see, you can't pull the wool over my eyes because I read and write every day. That's all I do. I'm discovering things. I went to University of Illinois, and I'm discovering things right now I ain't know when I was in school. And that's what I try to convey to everybody, the propaganda that's been going on. Because if you don't know where you came from, you don't know where you're going. You got to know where you came from in order to know where you're going. And they don't want us to know where we came from. Because we're kings and queens, and they don't want us to know that. And y'all who keep drinking the Kool-Aid, playing into the mitt, walking around with your pants hanging down, have some respect for yourself. Have some respect for your community. Don't feed the propaganda. It's time for African Americans, which I call Black Americans, because I've never been to Africa. I'm from African descent. But I'm a Black American. If you want to call me African American, you call yourself a European American, because you came from Europe. Christopher Columbus and all of them came from Europe. This ain't your country. It was the Indian country. Let's keep it real. So before you stop yelling at me about go back to Africa, I'm going to tell you to go back to Europe. And that's why information and knowledge is so important. Because if you've been led to believe that you're inferior to another race, and you don't have any information in which to go on, that negativity is going to permeate your whole soul, your whole spirit, your whole body. Because that's all you know, and that's what you've been told. But I'm here to tell you, don't believe them lies. It's a big lie, just like Trump talking about stolen election. That's a big lie. And I keep telling everybody who will listen, the only reason they mad is because they cheated and lost. That's the only reason they're mad. It's HR 1. Every American, every senator, every congressman should be for passing it. It's for making the elections fair and square. Let me ask y'all a question. 386-868-0635. Let me ask you a question. If Georgia had an election, right, and it's always been a red state, and they lose, right, they make you count 3 different times. One was a hand count. What was a hand count? Millions of votes. Counted by hand. Counted 3 different times. You had Republican legislators come on TV and say, the election was not rigged, and the election was fair and square. Even though Trump and Lindsey Graham can be heard on tape, secretly calling these people, trying to get them to change the vote, trying to get them to 5 votes. With the charges leveled off on that. And I'm digressing, I know, but let me tell you something. I'm hot today. Lindsey Graham, why do you keep talking? Why do the news media keep interviewing Lindsey Graham? Why do the news media keep showing Ted Cruz? These guys are seditionists, insurrectionists. Why are you asking them anything pertaining to this country? I want to know where all the people who's supposed to be upset like this. I ain't just talking about Black Americans. I'm talking about European Americans. If y'all see, this is the tacit relationship that this country has with the right-wing supremacy groups. This is what happens. This is what happens when there's no pushback to a bunch of nonsense. You let Trump come in, him and his cronies and all his sycophants, mainly Lindsey Graham and Mike Pence. They stormed let me tell you how weak Mike Pence is. He said he's still down with Trump. Still down with Trump. Ted Cruz going out acting like a bad guy when Trump don't call his wife ugly on TV. Hi. He called her you ugly. Now, you running around being the number one defender. You and Lindsey Graham. You know what they're doing, y'all? See, y'all know the Republican whisper, and I'm sure the Trump whisper. I can tell you, I ain't been wrong on nothing I said about none of this crew. None of them. Here you got Ted Cruz and Lindsey Graham. You know what they're doing, y'all? They auditioning for vice president to run with Trump next time around. That's what they're doing. That's what they're doing. Trump, see, they don't even have enough sense to know that this stick that Trump got, the stick is only he can pull off. Only he can pull off. But they think that's the playbook. But now you got Ron Johnson and Ted Cruz and Kevin McCartney and all that crew, Josh Hawley, all that crew, Marjorie Greene, that whole crew trying to emulate Trump. Trying to see who can be the most outrageous. Because I ain't seen not one of them. Listen to me. I ain't seen not one of them come up with a policy that really won't help anybody. Huh? That remotely help anybody. All I see the Republicans Party doing, especially that Senate Republican Party, Mitch McConnell and that his band of Mary sycophants. All I see him doing is stopping this country from moving forward and trying to make us still live like we in the 1960s. Huh? That's what I see. I don't see the outrage going on or what's going on in Georgia. Yeah, they talk about it, but it should be an outrage. Just like it should have been an outrage when the Republican Party called itself going to censor Liz Cheney for standing up for what's right. Are you kidding me? And this is why I tell anybody who listens to everybody, Republicans and Democrats, we got to elect a whole new group of individuals that can go to Washington and work across the aisle in order to get things done and accomplished for this country. Huh? Because what's going on right now is we got a broken Congress. And nothing's being done. And it's like people suffer. People suffer. And I know I'm all over the place because I'm hot today, but let me ask you another question, everybody. And y'all can call in 386-868-0635. But I know you love listening to me, so I'm going to keep on going. But listen to me. How is it that it's so un-American? Listen to me. And I want to show you the hypocrisy that permeates throughout the Republican Party. Because see, everything I say, I can give you an example in real time of what I'm talking about. I don't just go out and just talk out my neck like a lot of these Republican pundits do. Now listen. How is it that it's so un-American for black athletes to take a knee, or white athletes with them to take a knee? Because we want to shed a light and illuminate police brutality against a certain segment of people, mainly us. Huh? How is that un-American? But it ain't un-American to try to stop a whole segment of people from voting. Try to rig the system. That ain't un-American though, huh? Democracy ain't what this country's built on, right? Now you got a Republican Party that got so much money. Because I still want to know what happened to that money on that third stimulus that Trump fired them watchdogs, them inspector generals, and put his own dogs in. He fired the watchdogs and put his own dogs in. I'd like to know what happened to that money. You ain't heard no more about that money, y'all. That's our money. $500 billion. And I'm willing to tell you that Trump and his sycophants don't take that money and dispersed it all between all their people, all their friends, and got kickbacks on that money. That's when you ain't heard nothing about that. In the media, y'all complicit. That's why you can come here on Tuesdays, tune in with HL, and find out what's really happening. Huh? Because I'm sick of this. I don't know about y'all. I'm sick of this. Enough is enough. It's not right. Y'all raise holy, you know what? For us taking a knee. Because we want to shed a light on being shot in the back all the time. But then when these people openly, when these people come out with a law that says you could go to jail or get arrested for handing out a bottle of water to somebody, how can I take you serious? Think about it. How can I take you serious? When the animus is so great that you openly disrespect me in my face and try to make me, well, I can't vote, but y'all take my tax money. No, listen, no taxation without representation. You don't want us to vote, then we don't need to pay no taxes. Tired of everybody thinking they can disrespect the black community in this country. Now you got Asian hate. Where the Asians was when the black people was getting shot down, you didn't think they were gonna get to y'all next? You should have been out there protesting with us from the beginning. If you're a minority and just because you're white skinned, you think that you somehow pass the bill? I can assure you don't. I can assure you don't. Being European American, I can assure you don't. So much for y'all coming over here, acting like just because you got white skin that you're better than us. Let me tell you this, and I don't care about who gets mad at me because I'm hot today. African Americans shouldn't be considered a minority. We're indigenous too. You got people that's coming over here 100 years ago, 50 years ago, 75 years ago, ain't built nothing. Ain't been, their daddies and mamas ain't been hung and raped. Their sisters ain't been hung and raped. Their uncles ain't been hung and shot and whipped. Our family's been sold away from us. That's why when you in New York, or you in Washington, or you in California, you might see somebody who look like you. Well, likely that person has some kin to you. Well, I pain and suffering. Oh, we want to act like we just got here. We ain't just got here. We got here with y'all. Y'all brought us here. Remember? Underneath the boat. A 3-month journey. It changed. In the bottom of a ship like sardines. Remember? If you can't remember, I can remind you. If anybody's supposed to be mad, we're supposed to be mad. Got a nerve trying to beat us being mad. That's the game plan they play, y'all. I just want to know what the outrage at from the other so-called Christian Americans, for the other so-called European Americans that know better. This is supposed to be about democracy. But because somehow it affects black people, that y'all got a problem speaking out? I don't care if the people was orange. Listen to me, ladies and gentlemen. I don't care if the people was orange. I still would speak out. So we live in a democracy. And orange people should be able to vote just like the rest of us. Huh? I still would speak out. So it ain't about Republican, Democrat. It ain't about black and white. It's about fairness. What's so hard about that? I guess y'all used to be having the game rigged so long. Y'all just not willing to give it up. Because I stand for fairness. stand for people's first. And why is that so difficult, people first? Why is that so difficult, people first? I don't understand why it's so difficult to people first. It's our money. See, we as constituents, as voters, we have to understand, and I try to say that nauseam, these people work for us. They ain't no rock stars. They work for us. There should be nothing going on in Washington until we deal with Ted Cruz and Josh Hawley and Marjorie Greene. Why are we moving forward? I keep telling y'all, it's almost, you can't have a coup and the people that's involved in the coup will be held accountable. Because guess what? We all know what's going to happen if you don't get rid of them people. We already know what's going to happen. All they're going to sit there is undermine you and try to sabotage everything you do. Which is what's going on now with the pandemic and everything. You got Abbott opening up Texas. You got this clown, we got DeSantis doing the same thing in Florida. Two clowns who playing for Trump to be vice president. That's all they doing. That's all these dudes doing. They're auditioning for vice president. So they feel whoever can go to hard for Trump in 24, they're gonna get. Listen, in 24, Trump gonna be in jail. About to go to jail. So you ain't gotta worry about him running again. And they can get mad all they want. I'm still waiting on all them people to get locked up that were part of that coup attempt. Because y'all know, if there was black people, they'd be kicking every door in every black community in this country, kicking doors in, including the wrong door. Looking for everybody who's involved, thinking about how it's such a state of emergency that all these people get rounded up. Y'all know it would have been that. And to me, it's surreal, the laid-back approach of what I saw with my own eyes. That's surreal to me, ladies and gentlemen. Because I've seen black men reaching their glove compartment after being told to give me your registration. He reached in Castile. He reached again. I still can't get over that. I can't get over a white guy. Listen to me. The most egregious thing I ever seen was the police killing a white guy. The guy was in a motel. He worked for a pest company. He had a BB gun to shoot birds. Because some kind of way they used him to get rid of the birds of what the job he was doing. He was with his girlfriend. And somebody at the hotel saw the BB gun and called the police. And when he was coming out of his room, him and her, coming out of their room, police drove down on him, made him get on their knees, and sit there and gave this man every crazy command you could hear. The man was compliant. The man was nervous and scared. I would have been too, bro. White dude, scared, compliant and everything. The white cop told him to crawl to me. And if you do anything wrong, I'm going to shoot you and kill you. Told him that. Told that man to crawl to him. When that man started crawling to him, he gunned that man down on the floor. Right there in that hallway. That, and that cop jumping out shooting Tamir Rice in less than 2 seconds. And let me address that. Where are our black leaders at? I almost came through the TV when this investigator in Cleveland had a nerve to get on TV and say, well, we watched it, and when Tamir grabbed his weapon from his waist. His weapon! It was a toy gun! His weapon! You see how they do us? I told y'all I'm hot today. His weapon. A 9-year-old child. When Terrell reached in his waistband and grabbed his weapon, the officer, his weapon? It was a toy gun! Nobody said nothing. They let him get on TV and say that, and nobody checked it. I don't say this 100 times, and I'm upset today, and I don't say this 100 times. We have to start electing people who are going to go to Washington and fight for us. I can't tell y'all how emphatic I am about us taking control of our own destiny. Because it's there for the taking. But we're so unorganized and so undisciplined that they do us anyway, any kind of way. And I can sit here and I can talk to them blue. And you know what? Let me tell you something. Everybody got a part to play. Everybody got a part to play. Some people can get on the radio, spend their own money, thousands of dollars, to tell people what's going on because they're concerned. That's called putting your money where your mouth is. But other people got to organize. Do what you can do. Organize. Get on the phone. Do what you can do. If you sit around doing nothing, then you're just as guilty. When are we going to stand up as people and take a stand? They're killing our kids. They're killing our women. They got us out the workplace. They got us in the street. The only way you're going to make some money going to the streets because they ain't going to give you no good, decent job. When we going to wake up? I'm talking about the sleeping African-American community right now. When we going to wake up? Because the world is watching. And it's time that black Americans from African descent stand up. And all you got to do, you ain't got to shoot nobody. All you got to do is spend your money with those who for democracy. And when you got Coca-Cola, and you got Delta coming up with these milquetoast statements, it's time for me to fly American and drink Pepsi. Huh? Y'all don't hear me? Ain't nobody got to be flying Delta. Ain't nobody got to be drinking no Coca-Cola till they come out and condemn what these Republicans that did in Georgia. But we ain't gonna do it. We got people that we too busy having people that's supposed to be out advocating for us. They too busy promoting themselves and promoting their own cause. Huh? Instead of trying to get to the root cause of what's going on, you want to talk about black women movement. You know, like the black women was the only one that voted during the election. And then you're going to sit and then Tiffany Cross and Latasha Brown, all y'all going to sit and disrespect the black vote, the black male vote. Always espousing for black women movement like the black man don't even exist. So you're going to separate us and divide us even more, which is what the European Americans want you to do anyway. People in this country need to start paying attention to what's going on, man. They steady eroding our rights and pitting us against one another. And y'all falling for it. If this was happening to European Americans in this country, it would be an outrage. It would be an uproar. You know it. Y'all know it. They have a fit when they lose their dog. They have a bigger fit by losing a dog than us losing a child. Y'all know I ain't lying. I'm just saying what people want to say. I'm tired of this. Somebody got to stand up and speak out. Might as well be me. Y'all know if white people was getting killed the way they was killing us, they'd be out in arms And you know that. How you gonna be respected when you getting out absolute no respect? The media complicit too. That's why y'all can come in on Tuesdays at noon, and if you miss me, go to YouTube, go to Facebook, go to Twitter, go to Instagram, put it outside the round table 50. It's the 50th show. And I'm gonna be there for you. And I'm gonna let you know what's really happening. Cause they ain't. We have a Republican Party who does nothing but complain. I had a friend of mine, white Republican. I seen him post something the other day about Joe Biden is the reason that we got the chaos on the board. So I simply tweet. I usually don't tweet. I usually don't text back and forth. When I see the stuff, I just keep on going. But I had to text him. I say, since January, all this happened since January. Wow. That's what I texted back. All of a sudden, the border crisis, Joe Biden made it. See, this is what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. In less than what? January? What this is? Just turned to March? And Joe Biden did all this already? He made all this bad already? No, all this was bad for the last 5 years. How that wall turn out for you? And how did Mexico, he tried to take money that we had appropriated for something else to build some of their own crappy walls. Talking about Mexico was going to pay for it. The man's a liar. Why y'all keep, listen, I don't understand why everybody keep listening to Trump. The man's a big liar. Y'all know he's a liar, so what you keep listening to him for? It make me think you're racist. You're undercover racist. That's what you are. If you're down with Trump, you're undercover racist. Because how could you support somebody who's racist? That's a non-qualifier right there. I'm tired of the kid clubs with y'all. Get mad at me all you want. White, black, I don't care. God put it in my heart to come on here and tell what's going on because it ain't being talked about and we slowly losing this country as far as democracy is concerned. How you going to pass some laws and if you lose the election you can overturn it? What's Democrat about that? Let me think we crazy. And to have Coca-Cola and Delta not come out and firmly state their feelings toward it, let me know they're complicit. So now we need to do, you know what we need to do? We need to start finding out who the minority-owned businesses is, and we just start spinning with each other. Y'all don't want us to vote. Y'all don't want to respect us. Y'all want to shoot. We need to, and listen, we need to bring our kids. Listen, no kid should be playing no ball in Georgia until that's dealt with. No NBA games, no NFL games, no college games. If you're black, you shouldn't take no floor in Georgia. We ain't no clowns. You'll be a clown if you let somebody disrespect you and tell you your vote don't count, and then you go play in front of them. Or you go pray for them. So I'm here today to say there should be no games going on in Georgia, college or pro, period. And we'll see how long it takes for them to change that racist laws that they just passed right in our face. Huh? We, as a people, have got to get some backbone. I told y'all, I talk about everybody. I talk about myself. Ain't nobody above being talked about on this show, including myself. Whatever you get from me, it's coming straight from the heart. And everything I say, I can back it up with fact-based information. Unlike these news pundits, they be talking out their neck. Listen, we gotta go to break. I know I'm on one today, but it's time for that because when you start doing laws like that, we gotta stand up and start yelling. We're gonna take a break. Stay just outside the round table. We'll be right back. Okay, we back. Listen, before I forget, you know, the best car wash in town was the Bush car wash on 2nd Avenue. I don't know if y'all remember. You know, they just relocated. They're gonna be on 731 Mason, the Bush Boys car wash. It's gonna be on 731 Mason, right there by the Dollar General at the light. That car wash got 5 slots, so you ain't gonna have to do no waiting. So the Bush Boys car wash will be coming back in the next about 3 to 4 weeks. They're in the process now of getting everything ready. If you drive by Mason Avenue, you'll see them out there getting the roof and everything ready. So I can't wait till they get back because I need my car washed. I can't get nobody to wash my car like they wash my car, especially for the prices that they wash your car. So that's the Bush Boys car wash. Y'all need to get ready for them because they finna do a big over there on 731 Mason. That's the Bush Boys car wash. They have moved from 2nd Avenue to Mason Avenue. They're moving on up. So the next couple of weeks, they'll be back open. So I'm just letting everybody know so they can start going that way to get the car wash. One more time, that's the Bush Boys car wash. So now let me get back to what I was saying. And they're my cousins, by the way, too. Yeah, my first cousins. So, yeah, y'all please go check them out. Let me get back. I can't tell you how sad it looks when you have people. Listen to me. How sad it is when you have people who been blessed in life. Been blessed in life, doing well, got money, but somehow they griping all the time. Somehow they complaining and whining all the time. And you know what? The only thing that made me want to go get on a building and jump off on the top of my head is when I see rich people complaining. Or wealthy people complaining. Must be kidding me. And I normally listen. I've had a couple friends that seem like just because I'm talking about how bad this country is doing me, somehow they mad. Somehow I'm spreading hate. It's almost like they're totally oblivious to all the wrongs being perpetrated on us. And when I say something, all of a sudden I hurt somebody's feelings. I'm tired of European Americans trying to make me feel bad for telling you how bad y'all doing us. Or how y'all whining is turning me on. Y'all whining? Whining for what? What are y'all whining for? That's what I like to know. I'm saying this to anybody who's willing to listen. Republicans are anti-American. And they need to be called out on, plain and simple. They're anti-American. Y'all want to be hot by somebody taking a knee, be hot about what you just seen going down in Georgia. And I don't know why none of my friends from Georgia ain't called in. As a matter of fact, I'm here to say that European Americans have been treated this way and African Americans have been treated this way because this whole foundation of a government from day one has been set up to disenfranchise black America. That's what the electoral vote, that's why they had the electoral vote. Somehow they want to take our money, but they don't feel like we should have a spot at the table. It's 2021. Y'all tripping. It's 2021. Y'all tripping. And guess what? The young people are not going to go for it. I'm letting y'all know, all y'all old white men that want to still live like we're in the 1960s, it ain't happening. I don't care how many federal judges you appoint, Mitch Moscow Mitch. People don't live together. People having babies together. People raising families together. Mixed races and all type of stuff. The swirl already in the ice cream. How you gonna take it out? But you know what? I know and you know. And our European Americans know too. If they were being treated like that, they'll be having a fit right now. Can you imagine that the black Americans of this country somehow gain control and say, well, you know, we ain't recognizing the white people vote. Man, y'all trying to run us out of this country. Y'all get y'all guns and try to run us out of this country. Why you can't do that now? See, there lies the disconnect. There lies the disconnect. When it affects you, you got a problem with it. But somehow when it don't affect you, cricket. You're tired of everything, you still complaining. Stop it. Y'all need to take a hard look in the mirror. Because it ain't no good luck. And let me say this. Y'all not willing to help make this country better, then get out the way and let people who are willing to make the country better do something to make the country better. Get out the way! So the rest of us can live! Because I feel the only way we can move forward as a country is to acknowledge the wrongs. Huh? Acknowledge the wrongs you did to the African American people of this country. And let's start talking about some reparations for hundreds of years of slavery, which our European Americans were able to make vast amounts of money off the backs of enslaved black people. And if you're tired of pain and suffering, when you have an accident, and it wasn't no accident, we was brought here on purpose to work for nothing. We were brought here to work for nothing and for the master to be able to come and rape our mamas and sisters in the middle of the night. That's what we were brought here for. Y'all can't handle the truth. I'm telling the truth today. I'm tired of being disrespected. I'd rather stand and down on my feet than to live on my knees. And I mean that. I'm serious about what I'm saying here to y'all every day. On Tuesday, I spend my money. I got a GoFundMe. Oh yeah, by the way, the $1 to $25 that went to the GoFundMe. Please, I don't know what it was, but thank you so much. I really appreciate every little penny that be sent to me, sent to the company to keep us going on air. Because don't ain't nobody sending nothing. So when you send that $25, it means a lot to me. Because I don't pay thousands of dollars on my own to come Tuesday to come here every Tuesday and tell y'all what's going on. I really have. And my producer can show over here and attest to what I'm saying. Because I don't do no lying. Y'all know good and well we need to be compensated for the hundreds of years of our moms and sisters being raped, and our fathers and uncles being hung, and our families being sold off. I had another friend of mine with the Lopez with me. I won't say his name, DR. Had a nerve to say to me one time, "Was Poseidon, man, you feel you owe something?" Only a person that asks you you feel you owe something, no, they owe you something. Man. Stop it. Only a person that will ask you that, no, he owe you something. European Americans who brought us over here now, not by choice, I might add, somehow act as if they can't understand. Listen to me. That they can't understand, after making trillions off the backs of the black Americans, that they can't understand what's going on. And you want to label me an African American when I've never been to the motherland. I'm more American than any of my European Americans. For the simple fact, we built this country for free. Yeah, I let you get my money. Yeah, I'm looking at you like you owe me something. Yeah, I feel like you owe me something. Yeah. We never got 40 acres and a mule. We never got nothing. And then if we did somehow get together and prosper, you came in there and burned us out. You're the same disenchanted European Americans now that you had back in Tulsa, that you had back in Ocala, in Rosewood. What we need to do is do away with this propaganda in this population. That makes it seem that this country belongs to the European Americans. It don't belong to y'all. And y'all ought to be ashamed of yourself after the way y'all did the Indians. They even be hollering about this y'all country. What if the Indians had felt the way y'all feel about immigration? Huh? Think about that. Oh, y'all hollering about the border crisis? There was a border crisis when Christopher Columbus and all y'all came over. Indians showed you how to work the land, showed you how to hunt, showed you how to do everything. And what thanks you give them? You went to war with them and put them on reservations and took their land. So you tell me who owes somebody something. And I hate to go out like that, but I gotta go out like that. In a lot of instances, they could just go out in wagons and claim land as far as the eye can do, as far as the eye can see. Yeah, 40 acres of you, we ain't getting none of that. None of that. In fact, there are anecdotes all over the country, man. The black Americans who accumulated wealth were burned out and their property taken by jealous European Americans. For no other reason that they would thrive. So, in order for us to move forward, you've got to deal with what I call the big lie. Huh? Not the big lie Trump told, the big lie that's been told from the time we were able to walk and talk. European Americans behave like African Americans owe them something. No. Y'all owe us. Y'all owe us. And let's start telling the truth about this country's origin, man. Because that's why we're having the problems we're having now. Because you have people that feel like they're entitled. And they don't even know the history of the country. All they know is the propaganda that's been spread. Because I can tell you how demoralizing it is to be raised all your life thinking that this country belongs to the European Americans. Let me add one more thing for my time is up. If you're a scary person, don't be a police. I'm tired of African Americans being killed because the police say we're scared. Is that my fault? Is that our fault? You're in the wrong line of work. If I'm scared of height, I don't go clean no buildings, no window buildings or no skyscrapers. So if you're scared of black people, why would you be a police? That's what I got to say to that. We always talk about he went for his weapon or I felt threatened. We the ones being killed. We got to please start hiring all these scary police. Please. Because you got cops killing African Americans based on pre-existing ideas, and that's dangerous to me. That's an excuse to kill black people. I feel threatened. I feel threatened every time I see a police pull up on me. And they don't want to ask me why I'm nervous. What do you mean why I'm nervous? You're the one that got your hand on the gun. You must be the one nervous. You ask me if I'm nervous and you got your hand on your gun. You need to ask yourself why you got your hand on your gun. You must be nervous, sir. Why should African Americans be subject to this type of treatment, man? And I guess what hurts me is the tacit reaction from the majority of the European Americans in this country. But guess what? We're all in this together. I keep telling you, everybody who will listen, we're all in this together. So I had a day where I felt like I got everything off my chest that I need to get off my chest because I feel like it's getting out of control with this latest fiasco in Georgia. And I feel my sleeping African American community need to wake up, start calling, making calls, and doing whatever we can do to let people know that ain't cool what they're trying to do, and we ain't all right with that. We try to get singled out. And then Joe Biden ain't doing nothing, and we put him in the White House. But that's for another show. I ain't even go there. This your boy H.L. Solomon. I love everybody, man. Stay tuned. If you want to hit me at outsidetheroundtable@gmail.com. Got anything you want to hit me with? Hit me. This show for everybody. This show for everybody in Daytona. Call in anytime you want to. That's what this show all about. We're going to make some positive changes. So, until next Tuesday at noon, it's your boy H.L. Solomon. And I'm out.